What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and I want to give a big shout out to everybody that has been kind of following and paying attention to me. We reached 700 subscribers, which honestly to me, I didn't think I'd really reach that many. Yeah, nowhere near as fast as what we have. I mean, it's been less than a year, which to me is great. I mean, I don't have a big name or nothing, so I want to thank everybody, and please just keep watching. I got a kind of big announcement today. Some people might not care, some people might. But with that, guys, let's get started. So what's going on? One big announcement is, if you look back here, the twin turbo car is back. I'll show you some of the stuff we did. My garage is a little brighter than my buddy's. We got most of the fab work done. There's a few small pipes we got to do. Ignore the fact that the header is missing. It's sitting in the trunk with everything already fabbed. We ran into a slight clearance issue with the steering shaft. So the reason being is it has a giant nut. I need to figure out something else for this so it doesn't hit. Which I'll figure that out later, even if I have to weld it to it, which is very possible that I'm going to weld that to it and just say forget it, because then it won't hit at all. But if you look on this side, the header and everything for the other side is almost identically shaped. We did the best we could to try to make it symmetrical, but we got all the down pipes, or the exhaust pipes in. I know the welds aren't probably 100%, but you know, we do the best we can. We're not professional welders. We just do this for fun. If you look down in here, it's hard to see, but there's a hole through the fender liner. The hole, we already have it designed where this will connect to it. Pretty easy, pretty simple. I've still got to do the oil return and the oil feed on this turbo. If you look down in here, I finally got dump tubes on it, which I didn't have last year. I got brand new wastegates down in there. Everything clears the new fan shroud. I still got to make a radiator, upper radiator support, which is not really a big deal. There's still a lot of little stuff, but we got a lot of big stuff done. So now I can start really getting, in the next couple, probably a week or two, I should have everything done besides the wiring. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on a few small parts to come in from different places. Like we talked about, the intake is now mounted. I built this, if you're on my Instagram, you see it. My regulator, they said couldn't mount it to the firewall, so I built this little bracket. One problem I ran into is I'm gonna have to triangulate this a little bit to stiffen it up, but I actually designed it where I could still have my manual gauge be able to see it. I've had this catch cans put up for a while. It's brand new. In the firewall, I'll show you on another day, but we actually went and took a nutsert tool, and we nutsert it into the firewall plate so that we could just mount that and take it on and off easy. But almost everything big is done. There's a few small things I'm going to do. One of them being, I've got to take the panel that goes right here on all the SS's, and it's never really been sanded down and painted very well. So we're going to sand it down and paint it. I actually think I'm going to try to find a new set of fender liners and recut new fender liners, paint them and recut them. Because if you look here, this is where the old turbos sat. We had to cut out a lot. Now the new turbos, they actually sit better than those smaller ones. Not sure why, but I don't need all this cut out. I still got to make new power steering lines, which isn't really a big deal, or go have some made. But we've gotten a lot done. One major thing is, of course, you see the headers, and you can see where we had to modify them last year. You notice all the welds. Well, the welds were there because we had to actually bend this header out to even get an accessory drive that we could make work without spending a ton of money. And they're bare metal, of course, just like this. Well, we're going to fix that. I've got new header wrap here. This is the cheap Chinese stuff off Amazon. It's the same stuff I ran last year, just not right. Last year I ran the black fiberglass stuff, it worked, but it was super itchy. So I got 2 new rolls of it. We've got 2 new cheap turbo blankets here that we're going to use. And that's really it. A lot of the parts are here. Now it's just down to me getting off my butt and doing it. I need to seal up the firewall plate a little bit better. Just a lot of little stuff. I also need another set of valve covers. If anybody has a good recommendation on a budget-friendly, just completely flat LS valve cover that I can weld 2 bungs into, let me know, because I can't find any that are reasonably priced that don't have the pedestals for the coils on them. I don't want the pedestals because my coils are mounted to the fender liners. There's no point in it. It doesn't look good to me when they're just like this, but these are Holley valve covers. I don't want to cut them up because they're expensive. Something I haven't mentioned to you guys, if you've seen it on my Instagram is MonteGuy90. If you're on there, I got a buddy, my buddy Steve, who has the twin to my 88. His silver car's been running really good. Well, we found him a new car because he wanted to build a small turbo LS street car. Granted, his street car is probably gonna make more power than his other one, but that's okay. So the past couple weeks I've been really busy helping him. I've got a small engine video. We're gonna do a real quick sloppy build on that thing. We already did it, but I have to edit the video. I haven't had time. And we ran into a small issue, which is why if you look over here, my motor is sitting on the ground, out of the body. And that's because we actually ran into an issue on his with these motor mounts. He had the short ones because these are actually his, and I had the little bit taller ones, and his oil pan was hitting the cross member. Well, mine, the oil pan is actually shorter, so I think I can run the short one. So we just kind of swapped real quick. So now he is actually right now putting his we found him a 4L80. We did a really cheap torque converter off eBay, and he actually has the flex plate off the twin car to make it all work. He's in the process of putting it on right now. So he's getting there on his build. I can't wait to show you. It's gonna be in this garage really soon. I'm gonna do some of the fab work for the wastegates and all that, getting his turbo set up. He is gonna be running 17875. So basically he's running this exact same turbo, just 1 instead of 2. So he only wants to be around that 600 range, which is great. So he'll be on the channel soon. His car will be on the channel soon. But the big announcement, some people might care, some people might not. I kind of set a goal. Not for this year because I couldn't get in because they're already sold out. Hold on real quick, let me switch this camera over. I'm having to use my other camera because my other one died on me. Not so much this year, but 2022. This year we're going to focus on getting the twin car ready. We're going to change a few things, and I want to see what it'll do in a quarter. Next year, my goal is I'm going to fight with everything I can to get the 86 to drag week. It's something I really want to do for a long time. Maybe the car holds up, maybe it don't. My goal is to, over the winter, if this motor holds, pull it, put a set of rods and pistons in it, chuck it back together, and just do it. I'm going to try myself, me and probably Steve at Amped are probably going to go ahead and try to build a 4L80 ourselves. I don't see why we couldn't. If we can build motors, we should be able to build a transmission. I know there's a lot of little tricks to it. But that's my goal. I want to do drag week. So this car is going to really have to be durable. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time at the track. You'll probably see videos, and a lot of time learning how to drag race. I'm not a drag racer. I got buddies who are. I grew up circle track. This car was supposed to be just my cruiser, and it's kind of went a little further than that. I will have an 8.5 cage put in it over the winter. Not that, it's going to be a little bit, but it's going to have to happen. But my goal is to run it in the street class, the 100% street class. So I don't think I can even put coilovers in this car in the back, because in the street class it says you can't. So we're going to have to try to figure out how to make a double adjustable QA1 and a regular spring launch with possibly an anti-roll bar. So you'll see a lot of that and how we're going to try to do everything we can to make it work. I got a lot of buddies who are suspension guys. I think they can help me make it happen. So, but my goal is, if I can get it down to a 10 or less on a true street car, I'm good with that. The other thing is I'm going to start doing a major project also while we're working on this one, and that is building a trailer for drag week. You know, if you've ever, some people pay attention, some people probably don't. But I've got, oh man, he took it off. My buddy Joe it must be in my trunk. But I've got a hitch under here. If you look, I'm probably gonna weld a little bit bigger hitch on it, a 2-inch receiver. But I'm gonna build a trailer from pretty much the ground up. I think I've got a frame already. The biggest you can build is a 4x4x8 is the biggest trailer you can build. So I'm gonna build a 4x4x8 enclosed with a whole bunch of special stuff done to it just for us. And the goal is me, as of right now, it's gonna be me, Steve, and my buddy Joe. Hopefully, if we can all get it lined out and they're all willing to go, we all are gonna go to Drag Week next year. If you don't know what Drag Week is, look it up. But essentially it's a 1,000-mile drive in 5 days. Every day you stop at a different drag track and you have to race. You cannot trailer the car. You have to be driven, it has to be driven the whole way, and there's checkpoints. And the people in your car are the only ones allowed to work on it. So you cannot have people follow, nothing. So it's crazy, but that's what I want to do. So guys, I want to thank you. I appreciate it. I've got a lot of stuff coming. As I'm finishing up the twin car, I'll keep you updated, and I will make videos, more videos of me actually doing stuff. Unfortunately, the car's been gone. I haven't really been able to do a whole lot. So we got more coming, and I'll be doing some fab work and stuff. So with that, I appreciate it. Please keep subscribing, tell other people. Follow me on Instagram, MonteGuy90. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, help, please let me know. I appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you.